we're ready to go. I was just wondering whether I should put my lights on, but it will make no difference at all in the sun. Let's start off in the usual fashion, just standing with the feet at shoulder width apart. The knees are very gently bent, and we're just going to concentrate on the very core of our body. Bring the mind from the outside world, drawing the mind back inside, focusing deep inside. From the core of the body, gently turn. And then allow the back to loosen and open. Just gently turn from side to side. Open up the palms. Allow them to tap onto the side of your body. So you just feel your palm gently tapping. You can feel your wrist gently tapping against your belly. You can feel the back of your wrist just striking the small of your back. So you have a small thump that goes through each time we tap. Part of the vibration. So as we vibrate the body in this way, we're sending waves of qi through the organs, sending waves of qi through the belly, through the digestive system, through the sexual system, stimulating the lower back and the kidneys. So you can choose how fast you want to turn, how far you want to turn, and how hard you want to tap onto the body. Whatever seems appropriate this morning. So the more we look at science and the more we look at quantum physics, the more we see that everything in our universe is a wave of some sort. It seems very odd because, you know, when we think about something as solid as the floor we're standing on, or, you know, a table or a chair, it all seems very solid. So how can it be a wave? All of these little molecules pinging around. How do you end up being able to stand on something as ephemeral as lots of atoms and molecules? Remember one example that someone gave me, which was if you stand on a table tennis ball, you crush it instantly. But if you put lots of table tennis balls together in a box, a cardboard box, you can stand on top of the cardboard box and it doesn't crush. They support you. So we have all these molecules. They're in what's called a standing wave. So the fact is that they're all kind of held in place. Sometimes we see, yes, I won't get into wave theory too much, but the idea is that, yeah, the waves can be moving, or they can just be continuous and they can stay in a sort of solid way. What's the importance of that? Well, as we tap onto the body, we're sending new waves through the body, essentially disturbing the old patterns, which is good to get the body pumping, get the body moving, get the chi flowing. So very often these exercises, well, in fact, in my case, always at the beginning of each exercise that we do what are called disrupting exercises. And this is a disruptor. It gets chi moving, gets chi flowing, opens the body, and so forth. But today, we're going to look at something different, which we haven't looked at for a month or so, a couple of months. It's called the sacred sounds. Sound is also a vibration. And it's amazing that in your body, you have this incredible tool, which is your voice box, which can allow you to make your body vibrate just by making sounds. So slow this down a little bit, make it more deliberate, a bit longer, look over your shoulder, just let the whole thing open up, shade more. stretch your back slightly further. So we're going to use 6 sounds, which come from traditional Qigong, really. Dr. Pang has got a different version, which is 18 sounds. And it's a much more complex thing just to learn on the hoof. It's much better to spend a day doing Dr. Pang's 18 sounds than it is an hour. So I draw back on my medical Qigong and the 6 sounds that we used in medical Qigong. And it's funny, you look across all sorts of different Qigong schools and cultures, and the sounds are remarkably similar and have been for thousands of years. So we'll use the traditional sounds rather than Dr. Pang's sounds at the moment. Okay, a few more long turns, and then we'll let this whole thing dissolve. So the reason we've gone back to the sacred sounds comes from one of my students I was talking to recently about ways to vibrate the body, how good it is to use the sounds. It's also good to sing as well. Allow yourself to sing, allow your body to hum, vibrate. But the other thought I want to bring in today is about authenticity. It's a really heavy duty word, authenticity. Are you being true to yourself? Or are you trying to be someone other people think you should be, want you to be, ask you to be? That's the question today for you to ask yourself. Am I living a truly authentic life? Am I living the life that I always believed I should do? Am I living the life that, or alternatively, am I living the life that society demands of me? Perhaps you think that religion demands of you, that you think your family demand of you. It's an absolutely key question in our health. Because if you're swimming up the river, then you're not living authentically. So just ask yourself today, am I living an authentic life? It's an absolutely, utterly key question. Everything stops, slows down, dissolves, relaxes. Gathering chi, hands in the earth, lift chi up. Gently pour the chi down through the body, drawing the energy from your head, moving the energy into your chest, draw the energy right into your belly. Allow the chi to flow on down, back into the ground. Let's go again. Gathering, moving chi through you, deep inside you. Drawing the chi deep into your belly. And the hands to relax, allowing the chi to flow back into the earth. If you've worked with me before, you know, just keep going with that exercise as many times as you wish. If you feel balanced and relaxed, that's fine. If you still feel a bit kind of like wobbly, out of sorts, just do it 2, 3, 5, 10, 20 times until you feel relaxed. Then you can come back and join in. Gentle forward and back bends. Just let yourself drift down. Knees stay soft. Relax your way down. Let the back of your neck relax. Whole body relax. Just hang there for a few moments. Have a listen into your spine. See what it's saying. Have a listen into your knees and your hips. Make sure you've completely relaxed your neck. Assess your body, see how it feels today. If there's anything that's feeling a bit dodgy, then just be very gentle with it. Be very careful with it. Okay, great. So we're going to softly sink towards our toes. And then release that stretch. We imagine a line drawn between the roots of our toes. Stretch gently towards that line. And relax.
Imagine a line drawn between our insteps. Sink gently towards that line. And relax. And eventually back towards the heels, deep bend. Whole body relaxes and hangs. So to get ourselves standing upright, we can just lift the tailbone so it points right up behind into the blue sky. Then we swing the tailbone towards the front of the body, build the spine up vertebra by vertebra, join our arms and ears together, and that comes up as one piece. As we draw up, just provides an extra stretch onto the nape of the neck. Great. Let's do some back bends, leaning gently back and stretching up. Gently back and stretching up. Back and up. Back and up. Let's do some side bends then. Left hand gently drifts down. Feel the right side of the body stretching open. Right hand goes down. Left hand side of the body open. Down on the left. And down on the right. And then draw the hands up above. So let's begin again. Stretch the arms up into the blue sky. It's just the head that bends first with the arms. So we take over just the head and the arms, the body stays straight. When the arms are parallel to the floor, they can start to bend the upper back, middle back, lower back, relax and settle down, sink slowly, back of the neck relaxes. Whole body gently hangs. Just take the weight off. Okay, so first of all, we stretch softly towards our toes. And then release. Heading towards the roots of our toes. And then we release. Working towards the insteps. And release. Working back towards the heels. Release, let the body hang and relax. Tailbone gently lifts behind, tailbone pushes to the front, spine rolls up, head, arms and ears come up as one piece. Draw up to full height, stretch into the blue sky. Knees and hips forward, you lean back. Stretching up, gently back. Stretching up, gently back. Up and back. Hands up into the blue sky. Left hand down. Right hand down. Down on the left. And down on the right. Good, and then bring both hands up into the blue sky. We'll go through twice more for the whole thing, but let's try and keep the legs straight this time to give our hamstrings an extra stretch. So tipping over the head, arms, ears, gently rolling into the upper back, rolling into the middle back, rolling into the lower back, sinking, settling, relaxing, letting the body hang. Release the back of the neck as much as possible. Keep the legs as straight as possible. If you shift your weight softly towards the toes, you just feel a little bit of an extra hamstring stretch there. Okay, great. So first stretch, down towards the toes. And release. Towards the roots of your toes. Release. Towards your insteps. And release. Towards your heels. Relax and release. Body gently hangs. Tailbone points up into the blue sky behind. Swing tailbone to the front, curl spine up. Head, arms, and ears come up as one piece. Draw up to full height. Stretch into the blue sky. Release knees and hips forward as you lean back. Stretching up and gently back. Stretching up and gently back. Up and back. Hands up into the blue sky. Left hand gently down. Right hand down. Down on the left. Down on the right. Right hand draws up. Last time through. Legs stay nice and straight. Gently over with the head, the arms, the ears. Rolling down. Relaxing down. The legs stay straight, so we just gently shift the weight slightly forward into the toes and feel the hamstrings really open, stretching the back of the leg. Tummy tucked in, back of the neck is relaxed. Extend softly towards your toes and release. In line with the roots of your toes, release. Towards your insteps and release. Towards the heels. Great. Body hangs and relaxes. Lift the tailbone up behind, push the tailbone toward the front, roll the spine up, arms and ears one piece, draw up, stretch up into the blue sky, knees and hips forward, you lean back, stretching up, and gently back, up, and back, up, and gently back, up into the blue sky. Left hand curls down toward the back of the left knee. You're slightly bending back and sideways, of course. Down on the right, stretching towards the back of your right knee. That's the whole left of the body open up. Swapping over, left hand down, open up on the right. And the right hand down. Good. Draw both hands up above the head. Just allow the hands to pour chi for a few moments. Chi pouring down through the body. And then release the hands. Let's gather chi. Pour chi. Gathering. Pouring. Do that as many times as you need to make yourself feel stable. If you're feeling dizzy, do so. And then the next time we pour down, just bring the hands onto the belly. Gathering chi. Pouring chi down. Allow the chi to flow through your body. And eventually you focus it all deep into the belly. And we just gather the hands on the belly for a few moments.
As we stand here, we just allow the qi to gather deep in the belly. So one mistake that students often make is that as they stand and relax, their minds wander off. What do I have to do today? What's my to-do list? Do I have to go to the supermarket? What do I need to buy for the kids' dinner? And so it goes, and the mind rages off. When we stand in this posture like this, what we're hoping to do is to bring the thinking process, the mind, and drop it down into the belly. Seems like a strange idea, but the idea is, can you focus your mind behind your hands? Perhaps you need to focus it on something. So what might this lower energy field look like to you? I had the image the other day of one of those beautiful big marbles that we used to have as kids with sort of swirling things inside it. I suddenly thought, oh, perhaps that's what my dantian looks like, a marble. I always sort of think about embers glowing in a fire or a pilot light dying deep inside a boiler. So I just sort of think to myself, what does the dantian look like? And you hold this image, you hold your mind, you fix it down below the belly. Because we have this idea which is called Yi-Dao, Qi-Dao, where the mind goes, the qi follows. So you put your mind behind your hands, deep in your belly. What happens is the qi naturally gathers there. So this is how we do the gathering process, by thinking about it. Having the hands on the belly draws our attention to this place as well. So we draw attention to the belly. We have our mind deep behind, inside, qi gathering in this place, directly behind the belly button, deep in the core of your body. Qi gathers. The more qi you build here, the more easy it is for the body to distribute it around all the acupuncture systems, to all of the organs, all throughout every cell of the body. So we gather it in the central storehouse, if you like, and it eventually gets sent to where it's required. This is what Qigong is about. It's about understanding that it's possible to harvest extra energy from the outside world, something we're not taught as kids. It should be something that's in every single school. Children should know this energy exists and you can build your own up. And yet all we do is find ways to spend it, not ways to gather it. So Dr. Pang has created a poem. It's a standard Chinese poemic form, 4 Chinese characters, 8 lines of 4 characters. It's called the 8 Phrases of Qi. And essentially, it describes, it encapsulates every single thing in Dr. Pang's thinking. I feel inspired to sing it for you in Chinese, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Okay, so it goes like this. 顶天立地，云长一长，爱敬美敬，身成毛沟。一天不起，玄究太空，天机交替，就身融融。就身融融，就身融融。So the idea is encapsulated inside the song. Feet connecting deep into the earth, heaven connecting up into the blue sky, qi pouring down into the body. Allow the whole body to relax and the mind to gently expand. We take up this soft and humble stance, allowing qi to flow well. We quieten our minds, stop thinking. We allow ourselves to expand. Imagine you can expand throughout your whole body. Imagine you can expand into the qi space around you. Imagine you can soften and dissolve out into the qi field. The qi field is full of healing qi. Bring it back into your body. Fill every cell of your body with this amazing healing qi. So easily, our mind lets us dissolve into the qi field. So easily, our mind draws qi back inside to heal. When we do this, it connects us as a class, digitally or physically. It connects our class with other classes around the world. It connects us with all the teachers teaching all over the globe. The millions of people doing Qigong at this very moment. It connects us to Dr. Pang. In the qi field is huge, vast quantities of healing information. You can draw this information to heal you, but you also put your healing information into the qi field to help others. We connect, we share, we support each other. We become harmonious with the qi field. Let's just let the hands drift down by our sides. We can bring our feet together into a Qigong stance. Let the knees gently bent, the tailbone tucked slightly forward, spine nice and long, chin gently backwards. So we'll just start our exercise set with the usual Qigong setup. So just gently turning the palms to face towards the back. We bring our wrists up to 90 degrees, and then we're just going to push the wrists forwards, a tiny little push, and then move back. So this in itself indicates exactly that. When you push forward, your whole body dissolves out. When you pull back, you imagine attracting qi into your body to heal. Gently forwards, connect. Backwards and draw qi. Do that a couple more times. Expand out of your body into the qi field. From the qi field, bring healing qi back inside. Once more. Let the hands relax, the middle fingers connect deep into the earth. We collect a ball of qi, lift it up in front of the belly, and allow that energy to flow. Middle fingers deep inside the belly. Turning the palms to face down, we scoop our hands to the sides, drawing a ball of qi round to the back, and allow this energy to flow. Middle fingers deep inside lower dantian. Gathering all this energy at the belly. Draw the hands up the side of the body. We lightly touch daba. It's just underneath the armpits. Send qi into the middle energy field. And just feel this qi gathering behind the breastbone, deep in the chest. The elbows drift backwards, hands release forwards, out into the blue sky. Let's gather some qi back and send the qi deep inside. Apadantien qi is above. Blood and qi flowing well. Fill your brain with qi. Imagine every brain cell. Perfect working order. We can gently open the elbows to the sides, open the wrists to the sides, let the whole body expand. Turning the palms to face down, little scoop of the hands. We lift qi up, we draw the qi up above the crown of the head. You can extend here from your heels, tailbone, spine, fingertips, blue sky. And then let the hands drift down over the top of the head. Let the hands drift down in front of the face. Let the hands come down in front of the belly. Sorry, in front of the chest. And then we open the fingers up, make a little ball. So the fingers just lightly touch. And we bring this ball and we settle it over the tummy button. This is almost like building an external dantian. Your hands are gathering all this lovely qi deep inside. We set up the feet. So we step on our heels and open the toes out so they come out to 90 degrees. And then we step on the, step on the heels, open the toes, step on the toes and open the heels. So the feet now become parallel and perhaps a little bit wider. So now we're looking for a comfortable stance, a sustainable stance. The little ball of Qi, if you're a beginner, it's often best just to hold the hands here and the Qi really starts to gather in your belly. If you're slightly more advanced, sometimes your hands just want to naturally come apart. There's no hard and fast rule about this. So if you want to try holding a bigger ball of Qi in front of your belly, you can do. But sometimes what you find is after a few minutes, your hands start to droop down and you kind of, and you have to bring your hands back into your tummy. So whatever works for you is good. Bend the knees, move the tailbone gently toward the front of the body. Between your legs is a point called Hoi Yin. You just gently lift Hoi Yin up, sort of closing between the legs almost, holding the Qi, nestling it in this lower container of the body. So we just gently lift Hoi Yin, and then we forget about that. We make sure we've got a nice long spine, tuck the chin gently in. And from then onwards, it's about finding a sustainable posture for you. Do you have to adjust your feet backwards, forwards? Do you have to remind yourself to bend your knees? What about the spine? Tuck it forward a little bit, stretch it longer, tuck the chin in. How about the chest? Do you need to lift the center of the chest up a tiny bit? Sometimes that sags in the center of the chest. Do you need to move your shoulders backwards slightly? Just find a posture that works for you. Just be aware that when we call it standing Qigong, and often it translates as standing like a post, it gives you no flexibility at all. So now we're standing like a gentle tree, gently moving when we need to move, gently micro-adjusting all the time. Okay, good. So in this soft and relaxed posture, you're gathering as much Qi as your body possibly can. Connecting through the feet. The gently bent knees allow the Qi to flow even better up through the body. Connecting from the top of the head to the blue sky Qi pouring down into your body. The hands in front of the dantian, gathering and focusing the Qi deep inside. Whole body in a perfect condition for gathering Qi. The more Qi we fill our bodies with, the more healthy our bodies will be. So gather Qi whenever you can. Okay, so we're going to work our way through the 6 sacred sounds. So in Chinese medicine, there are 5 seasons, 5 elements. So why aren't there 5 sounds? Well, there are 5 sounds, but there's an additional one which kind of brings it all together. And so what we can do is we can take a look at what time of year it is and which organ that time of year relates to. And we can give that extra word. So we're going to start with the heart. Because it's summertime, that's the heart's time. So rather than just doing, say, about half a dozen of the sounds, we might do 9 for the heart, just to give it an extra go, just to give it more support at this time of year. So we'll see how we get on with the numbers. But the idea is, when it's summertime, press the heart. When it moves to late summer, which is kind of August, September, we move on to spleen. When it moves into autumn, we move on to lungs. When it moves into winter, we move on to the kidney sound, give that more of a push. When we're in springtime, we give the liver much more of a push. So let's start with our hearts. Now, you can actually have your hand in front of your heart if you want, or you can put your hands on top of your heart. Sometimes people gently massage the organ they're working on. Sometimes they just leave their hands where they are and just let the sound vibration work. So whatever works for you. The heart tone is ha, H-A-A-A-A, ha. So we're going to say the heart tone about 6 times. And in fact, if you do want to put your hands on your heart, you'll actually feel the vibration in your chest. So perhaps you could just start with your hands here. Take a gentle, deep breath in. And we say, sometimes you'll feel the vibration in your palms. Sometimes you have to move your hands a little bit to get the vibration. Breathing in. There's another posture you can try as well, with your hands above your head, fingers just pointing to each other, but not quite touching. Breathing in. Just a couple more. Draw the hands down onto the heart and just hold the heart for a few moments. Great, let the hands gently down. So the next on the agenda is spleen. So you can have your hands on your spleen. Spleen sits just on the left-hand side where the ribs are. You can have your hands on the spleen. Spleen sound is whoo, W-H-O, and then whoo. There's also another posture for spleen. You have your hands in front of spleen, on spleen, where you can interlace your fingers, push the palms up above your head, and then bend to your right-hand side. You might try whichever one of these feels right. If that feels too strong, fingers interlaced, up above the head, body bent to the right, clearly opening up your spleen. Try that. We'll do 6 of these. So breathing in and whoo. Breathing in. Whoo. I think as you breathe in, you can straighten up a little bit. And bending right. Whoo. Straighten up a bit, breathe in. Bending right. Whoo. 2 more. Breathing in. Right. Last time. Hands come up. Just release them. Let the hands come down through the body into the spleen. Hands can sit on the spleen for a few moments, gentle breathing. So in the circle of things, we move on to lungs. The lungs, you could hold your hands just on the lungs. You could hold your hands in front of the lungs. There's always an option just to have your hands down on the belly, just not doing anything and making the sound. The lung position is with the hands right up above your shoulders, fingers just pointing toward your ears. So we can decide whichever position we wish to take. The lung tone is hissing like a snake through your teeth. Okay, so choose whichever lung position you feel you'd like to try. Take a deep breath in. Breathing in. And a deep breath. Breathing in. Breathing in. Once more. Bring the hands onto the lungs for a few moments, gentle breathing. Okay, great. Bring your hands back to your belly for a moment. So the posture for the kidneys is one where we just round our back. But bring your feet together first. So you bring your feet together, and then we're going to place our palms on our knees. And so when you place your palms on your knees, you can feel the lower back gently round. The lower back, push it backwards, push it out, push it away from you. Really arch the lower back. So the kidneys have a curious sound. It's two parts. Chew, C-H-E-W, chew, and then E afterwards. So we don't try and crush our kneecaps. We try to keep our soft touch on the kneecaps, not all of the weight of your shoulders. So if it's too much to stand like this, you can always bring yourself upright, put the hands on the belly. But if you can, gentle hands on the knees, back, lower back arched, then pushed backwards, the lower back pushed backwards. We're going to say chewy. Let's take a nice breath in. Chew. Gently breathing in. Chew. It's quite a plosive kind of chew, so Breathe in. 2. Breathing in. 3. Two. Just going to give the kidneys a little bit extra. No matter what season it is, I always feel the kidneys could do with a little boost. And that's not just me, that's everybody. The kidneys are kind of the battery of your life. 3 more then. Breathing in. 2. Breathing in. 2. Last one. 2. Stand up very slowly. You can bring your hands up onto the small of your back. You can gently rub your kidneys or just rest your hands on your kidneys. Okay, and then the last posture, we come back up into a shoulder width posture again. Okay, so we're going to release the hands, and then the liver is the next one. So you could have your hands on your liver. You could have your hands in front of your liver. Or the other one is you can just gently interlace your fingers and bring your hands just above your forehead. So hovering over your head. The kidney tone is shu, like a shoe. Shu. Okay, so take a breath in. Shu. Breathing in. Deep breath. Breathing in. Last one. Gently lower the hands down. Allow them to sit on the liver. You can just gently rub the liver, massage the liver. So sometimes when we finish off this set, we say, she is the triple burners, and effectively it just brings everything back into place. And it's quite nice to do it lying down. I won't do it lying down myself, but you can lie down, flatten your back, and you just say, she, in almost, forgot the name, the corpse pose in yoga, it's lost it, but just if you want to lie down, or if you just stand, you just have your hands in front of your belly. You say she. She. just integrating all of this work. One more time. Bring the hands back onto your belly, just let them settle there. We feel the whole body abundant with qi. An abundance of energy in our organs. Let's move the hands up and just gently place them on the breastbone for a few moments. Deep behind the breastbone is the middle energy field that supplies qi into your heart, to your lungs, spleen, pancreas, liver, kidneys, an abundance of energy in these organs. Feel these organs overflowing with qi. Excess energy can always be stored deep inside. So we fill our organs to brimful, everything working well. All functions of your organs returning to perfect working order. Okay, so let's just let the hands drift down by our sides. So to close out, we can bring the hands up into the prayer position. We can step on qi to bring the feet back into shoulder width posture, into standing posture. And then we're going to close from here. We just take the hands, drift them up in front of the face, up over the top of the head, extend into the blue sky, let your spine open. Let the hands drift a little bit downwards, let the knees soften, open up little fingers, ring fingers, middle fingers, split the hands apart, down to shoulder height, scoop a handful of qi round to the front, send the qi deep inside your brain. Apadantien qi is abundant. The brain is filled with qi. All functions of your brain returning to perfect working order, total clarity, no fog, all functions normal. And then we drift the elbows back, let the hands come underneath the arms, lightly touch the bow. And again, we imagine sending qi into the center of the chest, this middle energy field, full of qi, every organ full of qi, all functions working well. Let the hands slide backwards, the back of the hands move forwards, turn the palms over, out in a great wide arc, curl the hands gently back towards the belly. So traditionally, it would always have been left hand first for guys, right hand first for ladies. But these days, it's just basically whatever feels right to you. So we bring the hands back, we place them on the belly, and then we're just going to create 3 little circles anti-clockwise around the belly button. This just gathers that excess qi, stores it deep in the dantian. Let's take those circles back in the opposite direction. And that just sends a message to your body. We're closing down. We're finishing our Qigong. Time to reset the body back into daily mode so we can sort of go out into life, not lose all of our precious qi. It's all stored inside. We choose to use our qi appropriately, not to just lose it inappropriately. So you create this idea deep in the body, and then you imagine a shield around you. So around your skin, you have what's called the Wei Qi layer. It's kind of a 2 or 3 centimeter layer of qi around the skin, the whole body. It's a kind of protective field. I once had an experience where I was standing there and I felt something burn up as it had touched my skin. It's a very strange experience. I couldn't really explain it. But if you think about those weird things that kill flies in a butcher's shop or a restaurant, and the fly seems to fly and then go bzzzt, and sort of, gone, you just think, well, that's exactly how it felt. It was almost like something had, an airborne bacterial virus had hit my Wei Qi layer and it burned up on entry. It's very exciting. It was a kind of like, what was that feeling? Wow. So imagine your Wei Qi layer is as strong as that. Imagine it's like the atmosphere around the earth, your own personal protective field of energy, keeping you safe. And then round that, your chi field. It's about a meter above you, in front of you, below you, behind you, especially behind you, below you, to the sides, this vast chi body, like a Michelin man of chi supporting you, protecting you, but also connecting you to the outside world. Feel yourself safe inside these shields of energy, happy. Every cell inside your body working well, every cell in perfect working order, to the DNA of the cell, to the atoms and molecules of the cell, everything in perfect alignment. Allow the old story of you to get out of the way. Allow the old thoughts that made you ill, that kept you pinned in place. Let them go. Don't need them anymore. They once served you, they no longer serve you. Let them go. And in their place, bring total healing into your life, total healing into your body. Every cell in your body working well. Every bone, every tendon, every sinew, every muscle, perfect working order. All functions of your body normal. All functions of your body in perfect working order. Put a big smile on your face. Slowly release your hands to the sides. We can start to open our eyes, wiggle our fingers, move our toes, shift the body around a little bit. And then if you're online, people would be kind enough to unmute yourselves. We'll all say Haola together 3 times. Haola means good already. Everything is fixed. Okay, so we put our hands up in the air. 1, 2. Haola. 1, 2. Haola. Last time. 1, 2. Haola. Lovely. Thank you very much. Really nice to see all you guys. This healing class is going up online. So if you want to watch it again, it'll be there on my YouTube. Otherwise, really nice to see you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you,
everyone.
Jeremy.
Bye. Have a great day.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.